Hey everyone, welcome to another top 10 list. This week's top 10 list is the conclusion of the top 20 notes that I own that are popular enough to have made book covers. Last week I handled notes from number 20 to number 11, and this week we're going to continue on to those top 10. We're going to start off with a pair of notes, and I only counted these as number 10. I didn't separate them. The two notes that I am talking about, it's hard to own one without the other. I have the 1935 experimental R note and the 1935 experimental S note. The R and S notes, yeah, this was an experiment about the coating that was put on notes. They printed 1 million of these and did the same coating they always do, and then they printed 1 million of these and used a special coating. And the thought process was, we'll put these in circulation and then we'll recall all of them and we can compare how well the new coating did to the old coating. The problem is they put these bright red letters, bright red R, bright red S. People saw them and they would treat these notes differently. They would get saved. And oddly enough, people tend to save the special one more than the regular one, which means now, almost 100 years later, the R note, the regular note, is actually more scarce and worth a little bit more. But what book has these? Well, that's number 10 on the list, and the book would be small size U.S. paper money, and you can see here there is the S note right there. And I didn't look, but I'm curious. Let's see how close of a serial number I have. The serial number on the book is 741, and I've got 748. So yeah, not too close at all. But I was curious. I didn't know. I figured I'd look and see what we had. Anyway, that's number 10 on the list. Number 9. Pulling out my Martha. 1886 $1 silver certificate featuring Martha Washington. Now this particular note is the this is where you get greenback from. This particular note, FR 220, grades out at a 15 through PCGS currency, and geez, even this holder is about a 15, isn't it? Wow. Anyway, Martha Washington features prominently right there. It's the same image that they used on the back of the $1 educational note. This one is number 9, and if we look on the back of paper money of the United States, we will find the Martha Washington note right there on the bottom. So that's where we can check this one off the list. That one is number 9. Number 8, I've got a $5 brownback. The national currency, there are 15,000 banks that publish national currency, but not all of them produced each one. If the bank was really old and went out, it's not going to have any of the small size stuff. And if it was a modern one, it's not going to have stuff like this. This is a brownback. You can see the $5 1882 brownback. And let's see, we can look over this one. Just trying to see what it says where. Yep, this one, it's called the brownback because when you look at the back, they use that prominent brown ink right there. Very cool note. Rosecrans and Becker were the ones that signed it, and that is Garfield on there. A couple creases on there, still good enough to get a very good 10. I was able to chop this one off the list. It is one of the top 100 notes. Aside from being one of the top 100, it also features prominently as number 8 on this list because on Don Kelly's National Banknote Book 6th edition, he puts a brownback $5 bill right there. So once again, you're looking for notes that are, if you want to know what notes are popular, I'd say notes that they put on books. The $5 brownback certainly fits the bill. That one is number 8, 1098. Number 7. This is from the Citizens Bank of Louisiana. It's a $10 note, graded 55 net. They gave it a net designation because it was stapled and it looks like somebody pulled it like that. Other than that, it is a remainder note, so it has not been signed or numbered. What makes this note so famous is in Louisiana, they speak French a little bit. So when they wrote 10 on the back, they wrote it in French, which is D-I-X. That gave these notes the nickname Dixies. And if you want to get Dixies, where do you have to go? You have to go to Dixieland. This is the note that gave the South the nickname Dixieland. Very cool note to have. And don't take my word for it. This one is number 7. And we're also going to give Don Kelly the credit. Obsolete paper money. There it is right there. And he didn't even bother to show the front. He just shows the back of the note on the cover, showing the Dix note so that everybody can see exactly what he's talking about. So that one is number 7 on the list. Number 6. This may be the first educational that showed up. This is the $2 1896 silver certificate. This one's graded 25. The $2 educational series. You guys know the story about these. I mean, it's just amazing that this was once money in our pocket. Taking a look at the back, we've got 2 inventors here. We've got Samuel Morse and William Fulton. The inventors on the back. I'm not even going to try to read that. I'll zoom in if you want to read the... There you go. Now you can read that a little better. Anyway, we've discussed these many times. The bank tellers were the ones that fought to get these out of circulation because there was so much ink on here, they would smudge. Then there's also the fact that the $5 version of this has a naked woman on the front, and people didn't want pornography in their pockets. But yeah, between the bank tellers complaining about the smudging of the notes and the nudity, these only lasted for 3 years. The entire series came out in 1896, and by 1899 they were all replaced. This one is number 6 on the list, and let's see, here it is. It's on the back of Paper Money of the United States once again, and we look, there it is right there. Same note. Number 5 on the list. This one's certainly one of the more beautiful notes. This is the 1901 $10 legal tender. The Bison note. Very cool note featuring Lewis and Clark. And, of course, the Bison dead center. It is legal tender, so you've got the red seal and you've got the red 10. Checking out the back. Very familiar look to this particular note. This one's number 5 on my list. Just such an iconic note. It is featured on the official Black Book Price Guide of United States Paper Money. There it is there, the 2015 version. So I've had this book for quite some time. Wow, look at how yellow the pages are. Anyway, that's the Bison note right there on the official Black Book. Number 4. We're going with another educational. The $5 1896 silver certificate. This is the Troublemaker note. This is the one that got the entire series yanked. Featuring the lady who half attempted to get dressed. There are so many other cool features on here. You've got the lightning bolt being fired at the lantern that she is holding and lighting the light bulb. You can actually see the extension cord that goes there. That's really neat. The $5 educational note silver certificate features Grant and Sherman on the back. This one says repaired, still grades a 15. Great note to have in your collection. Such an important note in the collection as well. On this list, it is number 4. It is featured on United States currency, and there it is right there in all of its splendor and great detail. I thought about including these 10s earlier on, but I was able to find enough notes that I didn't have to do that. Anyway, the $5 educational right there, front and center. Very cool note. Definitely had to make sure this was on the list. Number 3. Going with my chief note. This is the $5 bill that actually replaced the educational note. The $5 chief note, silver certificate from 1899. This one grades a 30, even though it's got a couple spots on it. That's how good a condition this particular note is. Yes, it did get stained on the back. So what? Beautiful note, great condition. And number 3 on the list because it is featured on Warman's U.S. Coins and Currency Field Guide. There it is right there. And based on the condition of this one, I don't even know if that's real because I would most certainly have that in a holder of some kind. Anyway, mine is most certainly real, and it is featured on this particular... This is just a tiny little book, but and it's full color. I don't even remember when or where I picked this up, but it has coins and paper money, so you got everything covered in this particular book. That one is number 3. Number 2. Got a biggie. This is a lazy deuce. Providence, Rhode Island, $2 lazy deuce. Called that because the deuce is not standing upright. It decided to lay down. The lazy deuce, this one's graded 8 net. I don't care. I have one. It is very tough to get one of these in your collection. You're talking easy 4 digits. There's the back of it right there. This one is repaired, overprint redrawn is what it says on it. I don't know if that means that some of this is red colored pencil. I don't care. I have a lazy deuce. Enough said. Number 2 on the list, the lazy deuce is featured in Don Kelly's National Bank Notes book, right there on the cover. Definitely a note that we should all strive to have in our collection. That one is number 2. And finally, number 1. This is the 1905 $20 gold certificate known as the Technicolor note. The Technicolor note is known for its gold in the 20. It has gold where it says in gold coin. It has this yellowish background right here. The bright red with the red letters here, just huge contrast. The back itself is supposed to be goldfish orange, and here is the most prominent way to see that goldfish orange right over here. This particular one has a lot of the telltale signs of water damage and stuff in the past. Graded fine 12, apparent minor edge damage, rust stains on it. I don't care. This is one of the greatest notes of all time. I think it's number 9 overall out of the top 100. And it is featured prominently on United States Currency, an official Whitman guidebook, right there. That one is much, much better looking than mine, and you can see why it's called the Technicolor. There's the yellow standing out compared to the white background. The yellow of the 20 compared to how white George is. The yellow of the background here, once again, stands out so prominently. So that is where that one is pictured. So those conclude my top 10/20 notes in my collection that made book covers. If you learned anything new this week, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. Love reading all your comments. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.